Good morning.
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 Rock and roll.
Awesome.
What's up, video?
Good morning,
Good morning.
everybody. And Strother, too.
And Stroker, too. Strother. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Standard adapters for the 122s.
We want mic clips for the 122?
Yes, we have them. Yeah, I think they're, yeah.
Check it out here, Strother. So we've got the drum tunnel. The sound is there's a pressure that builds up in here, and then we've got the amplifiers kind of isolated left and right, and in through here is our drum reverb chamber. And it's the spaces oftentimes that aren't meant for recording, that are the coolest recording spaces.
Right.
So we were playing around last night. I was trying to get a way to have the drums have their own ambience that we could capture separate from the guitar and the bass amps. Because when they're all playing together in the same room, it's just, you'd never be able to get like that kind of drum sound. So we've kind of created a drum reverb chamber back in here. And check this out. This is where so this is just an entryway. I can't remember the fancy name for it, but I know they have one. And then there's the bathrooms, which are also lined with concrete, end up extending the reverb time of this space. So when we were in here last night, we had would you guys close that bathroom door over there? We had the bathroom doors closed, and it's a really tighter sound. There is some reverb time. But then this morning we kind of opened these up. Yeah. You can hear it. Go ahead and clap. Okay, Todd, open that one. And with bodies in here actually drastically reduce the reverb time. So I'm going to step out. Now try that same clapping thing.
Yeah. Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be Strother's personal drum reverb chamber right here.
Sweet. Very
And then the room out there is going to be the band club reverb sound.
nice.
The rock soup, as you called it.
Rock soup.
Rock
Yes.
soup.
Yep.
I like it.
It
I like
needs to
it.
be stirred every now and again.
That's right. Beautiful.
Let's see here. And Mr. Strother?
Yes.
This one is going to capture some nice, this ribbon mic here, the 120 or SF12.
Right.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
The stereo Royer is going to capture kind of the energy of the skins, especially. But I want to make sure it's not in your way. Do you mind sitting down
Sure.
and seeing if your arms kind of go past it?
Okay.
All right, so check this out. Sometimes you can get the boom from a bass drum by putting a microphone a few feet back, and how do you figure out where that would go? What I did is I had Strother play his kick drum, and I literally just move my head back and forth. Like I start down here, and then I come back and just really slow one kind of a few inches at a time until there's a spot usually where you'll hear the low end like you want to hear it, and you never know what's going to combine really well with the close mics. But right now, I found this spot where I'm getting kind of the right amount of punch and low frequency support, and in fact, I found a spot where it seemed like the low mids disappeared just a little bit, almost like I would want to EQ it in the mix later. So, low frequency waves are so big. To kind of EQ a sound and to get the balance, it's really about where you put this mic. And I don't know at what ratio I'm going to blend this in, but I'm going to go obviously pull up the fader in the control room and see what it's like and see how it combines with those guys. Strother, when you were playing the drums last night, well, you were right about here.
Right.
And I'm trying to get, close mics are such an exaggerated view of a drum, and they supply you with part of the information you need, but there's another bit of information that you really get more of how the drums are speaking when you get away from them a little bit. And this is a Royer ribbon mic that it kind of sounds like the ears. It's not too bright. It's kind of got a natural, I don't know what to say, like there's a broadness to it, and there's a kind of a, I think what I'll get with this mic here is a warmth of the skins, especially. That's what I'm going for. I'm not really worried about cymbals so much because I'm going to put up a couple cymbal mics. But what I did was, I think the most important thing is finding a cool placement for this mic in this roll. And what I did was, as you were playing last night, I just kind of moved my head around, and I found a good balance of the drums, and it seemed to be like right around in this spot. And I think the next important thing to do is going to be when I bring the close mics up in the mix, there may be a good or a bad phase relationship with this microphone compared to those close mics. So I might have to move it up and down a little bit. And the more mics you put on the drums, the more complicated everything gets in terms of phase and in terms of the stereo image. I'm not super worried about the stereo image because that can be exaggerated or weird, but because these drums are so far apart, I think it's going to be a little tricky to get everything to sound like it's kind of all lining up.